welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you my TBR, which is my to be read book list. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I almost counted my current read, 6 physical copies that I can show you guys, and I'm going to be talking about them, just all the books that I want to read in the near future. It's been really busy with like college and my life and stuff, so I haven't been reading that much. That's why I did not do a January book recap, and I probably won't do one for February either because I don't see myself reading that much. But let's talk about my current read. And this is my current read. This is what I'm reading for school, but this is honestly such a good book. Like, it's not one of those books that they, like, obviously I'm forced to read this, but it's not a book that I'm like, oh, I'm forced to read this, it's so bad, it's such a horrible book, it's not interesting. No. This is The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, based on a true story where this girl right here, you have an African-American girl, where her cells were cancerous, and then people, researchers, scientists used her cells to help cure cancer. Yeah, it's so good. I'm trying to read the back of it because like I'm not that deep in it. I'm only to part 2. But this is my current read for school and I'm absolutely loving it. Yeah. They just use her cells to cure cancer and it's like really interesting so far. So this is what I'm currently reading. I'm obviously reading that Christmas book that's been on my channel before, that murder mystery Christmas book. Actually, I haven't been reading that because it's just like, I don't know if I like that book. Like, it's so hard to just understand, I guess, or like just, it's so hard for me to just like it because it's not really that interesting to me. So I haven't been reading it, but I've been reading this for school because I have to, and also it's just really interesting. So this is a book that I would recommend to anybody, or everyone at least read this once, because it's about something that actually happened in our history, so it would be good to know, and it's just so interesting. Like, how would you not want to know about someone whose cells cured cancer? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a really good book. So read this book, recommend this. Okay, so now for my actual TBR. So I got gifted a bunch of books from my grandma because, you know, my aunt collects books or buys books from like stores and stuff, and then like what she doesn't want she gives to my grandma gave to me. I didn't really like all of them, but I took them and I'm selling them on my Poshmark. So if you want to see any of the books, they're on my Poshmark, you can go buy them. But the book that I kept was this one, and by the way, I know nothing about these books. I know some of the other ones, but this one I have no idea. It just looked really interesting. It's called Wicked River by Jenny something. It's like covered up by the tag, but this is like a mystery, I guess. Okay, so it's basically about a couple. I'm like reading the back, but it's basically about a couple who go into the woods and then they realize that they're not alone, and it says because 6 million acres makes it easy for the wicked to hide and even easier for someone to go missing for good. So I'm guessing someone gets taken or something, I don't know. But yeah, I got this book from my grandma. This is like one of her favorite authors, and it says Mitch Man in the Swiss Army Knife of Thriller Writers. So this is a thriller. I don't know why I was trying to say like mystery, but yeah, this is like a really good thriller. I haven't heard a lot about this. Hasn't been on Book Talk, hasn't been anywhere. This author hasn't been anywhere on my feed, but I'm gonna give it a try. It's a really interesting cover, really cool. I like thrillers and romances. That's just what I vibe with. But yeah, this is the first book on my TBR. Now let's go into the next one. By the way, I got all these books for Christmas. That's why they're so like, oh, they're so nice. So this is the Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I hope I'm saying her name right, but this book is another thriller, and I've seen this on TikTok. I've seen this like everywhere. The cover feels so cool. I don't even know how to describe it, but the back is about a daughter who was stolen or taken. So it says 10 years after Ellie's disappearance, her mother Laurel Mack is trying to put her life back together when she meets an unexpectedly charming man in a cafe. Before she knows it, she's meeting Floyd's daughter, and his youngest Poppy takes Laurel's breath away. Because the eerie, precocious Poppy is a splitting image of Ellie, and now she has unanswered questions she's tried so hard to put a rest to before haunting Laurel now. Where did Ellie go? So basically, this is about this girl whose daughter got taken, and she's trying to figure out what happened to her, where did she go. So yeah, then she was gone. That makes sense. But another really good thriller. I can't wait to read it. And then we have this one. I know a lot of people have heard about this book. There's a lot of mixed emotions for this baby right here. This is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. This is all over TikTok, like all over everything. It's thrilling, beautiful, and blistering smart. We Were Liars is utterly unforgettable. And that was John Green's like opinion on it. This looks like a really simple read, like the text is like really big, but this is a #1 New York Times bestseller. So basically, I'm trying to find it. Is there like a synopsis on this? Well, from what I've heard, basically this girl goes on like vacation or something. I don't really know. I just know that I might cry during this. But I do know that the family goes on vacation, so I don't really know much about the synopsis, but we live, at least in the summertime, on a private island in the coast of Massachusetts. Perhaps that is all you need to know, except that some of us are liars. So I guess someone's mischievous, devious, you know, a little sneaky. But yeah, apparently I'm supposed to cry, so we'll see if I cry. I might do a book vlog on some of these popular book talk books, so keep that in mind, stay tuned. But if I cry, then I cry, you know? But I've been getting a lot of mixed emotions and like reviews about this, like book vlogs that I've watched about this. Some people say they absolutely hate this book and like would not recommend it to anybody, and then other people say that they love this book. So I'm gonna go towards liking this book. Okay, this is like so popular. Beach read, like come on. If you haven't heard about this book, you're living under a rock. This is also from Book Talk. This is, from what I've heard, this is by Emily Henry. This is about, you have two different people who write different types of writing. So the girl, I forget her name. What is her name? I don't know her name. Well, the girl writes romance and then the guy writes literary fiction. So I think they go on vacation or something and then they see each other and then they switch their styles of writing. So the girl will now write literary fiction and he will now write romance. So it's basically, you see their story and their connection, like how difficult it is to not write in a genre that you're like known for, you know? So you get to see how that works out and that pans out for them. But yeah, people say this is like such a good book. Like their top 5 books, this is in it. So I can't wait to do that. Definitely a book vlog on that. And then they both die at the end. This is exactly what it sounds like. You have two best friends. I think they're best friends or they're brothers. I don't know. But in this book, this is by Adam Silveria. Both died at the end. So basically, you're in a world where you get like something to tell you that you only have a certain amount of hours, days, whatever left to live. So these two get the letter or whatever. I don't know what it's called. Oh, it's called the death cast call. So you get a call from death saying you're about to die, and then these two like try to spend all their time together before they die to try to make it worthwhile. But yeah, a lot of other people say you cry during this, so we'll see if that happens. But yeah, this is gonna be a good one. Book vlog, definitely. Okay, this is the Star Stopper. Song of Achilles. Oh my god. So this book is also on TikTok, but a lot of people say you don't need to know about like, what's it called? You don't need to know like Greek mythology to read this book, but other people say you should know a little bit about Greek mythology to read this book. I know nothing about Greek mythology. I know nothing about Achilles. I know nothing about the original story of Achilles. None of it. So I'm just going into this blind, but I don't know. I guess it's like a retelling of Achilles. Apparently you're supposed to sob when you read this book, so I cannot wait to sob. Definitely gonna be a book vlog. Yeah, I just can't wait to read this book. Like, I'm gonna sob. But yeah, those were all the books, the 6 books on my physical TBR. I don't have any that are not on a physical TBR because I don't really know what to read. That's why I kind of go off Book Talk, but a lot of times Book Talk is like, they give a lot of spoilers. That's why I don't really go on it that much. But yeah, those were the 6 books. I know a lot of them are famous Book Talk books, so yes, a lot of them will be vlogs. But yeah, that was my physical TBR. I hope this gave you some inspiration for what you should read next. Please, no spoilers about any books in the comments. Please, 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 please. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye.